Yo, what up, guys? New man here. Just want to make a video, show you guys a little bit about how to make ISK in the chain. A lot of people always join the corp, and a lot of people don't always take advantage of the sites that you can get in the chain. But there's plenty of ways to make ISK. I'm just going to show you one of them. It's a pretty low skill point, easy to get into if you get the right ships and right know-how. So basically we got this chain. It's been open for like 10 hours. And before I got in here, there was a lot of datas that just weren't even scanned down. Guys that scanned them, they don't care. They don't want them, so they don't scan them. So they just scan them down to data. So you want to look for the datas, and there's no relics here, but you'd want to look for the relics too. So what I did is I came in after they'd already scanned it. Went ahead and scanned them for you so you don't have to watch me do that stuff. But pretty much you're looking for these unsecured frontier server banks. There's also core data fields, which are relic sites. It's a little convoluted how they're named, since the relics are named datas and the datas are named server banks. But so when you scan it down, you're gonna get it to 100. You need to bookmark it because whenever you complete it, you're not gonna ever be able to warp there again. So go ahead and just put it right in front of the name. Since it's your first site in the static, there's no other sites named. I went ahead and put it here. This is how you'd enter it into Siggy. We call this 01. So got that there. This isn't the correct folder. The folder is going to default to whatever you had it on before. So we got these two are our main chains, and then non-home sites everything. These are basically any kind of PvE sites you're going to find in the chain. So put it in that folder. Don't have to put any notes or anything like that. Submit. So I want to talk about what the thing actually looks like before we get into combat here. So you've got, we'll sort them. So you got 5 cruisers, 5 frigates. It's a good idea to warp to the sites. 90% of the time the sites are going to be fine. You're going to see these 5 cruisers, 5 frigates. People have lost ships because they didn't check the site, and the site has already been like escalated, or somebody had died already in it and there's battleships in there, So usually, if you're brand new and you can't afford to lose a ship, probably a good idea to, warp in here and check the site out. So the way you make money here is you've got these 5 cruisers. And the way that you can successfully pull this off in like a Gila or an Ishtar is you need to leave the trigger. So all sleeper sites have multiple waves. So this is just the first wave, and it's easily killable by a passive tank Gila. So what we're going to do is we would just mark one of these X, kill off everything else except for that one that we marked X, and then we would jam it off. I'm going to show you all how to do that. But pretty much, so you'll warp in at 0, you'll drop your sentries, kill off all the cruisers except for one, pull your sentries in, kill off these frigates, all of them. You can kill all of them. And then a good idea is you can save yourself a little bit of time by bookmarking the debris, whatever you want to call it, right next to the Talican. So in here, I'm just going to add these scatter cans so you can see them. Alright, so this is something that gets everybody. So they warp in and they're like, what the hell, the server bank's already been done, there's no Talican. I'm looking through these scatter cans, the moneymaker can is not here. Well, it's because it's cloaked. You're cloaked, you haven't activated the site, sleepers don't know you're here, so the Talican cloak is invisible until you decloak or, start this site. So, you can't see it. It's gonna be like right in here. It's gonna be, yeah, right in here where these power feeds are. So it's a good idea. Save yourself some time. Go ahead and bookmark that. call it the same number that you had for your other site. I'm gonna go ahead and swap over to my other client, so I gotta stop this video and restart it on the other one. Alright guys, so I'm back at my POS. I'm on my other account. Basically, before you leave, you want to make sure you have the right ship. Before you want to take on these kind of sites, you need to go ahead and buy your fit. I'll show you the fit. Basically, pull it up right here. So we've got drone link augmenter. I should actually T2 that out since I can use it now. It gives you a little bit extra range and some black holes. You need to check what kind of C5 you're working in. You can do it in every single C5. From pulsars are going to be great for your tank. Cataclysmic variables don't matter. Black holes, you're going to get a little bit of less drone range. That's why it's nice to have the T2 drone control link or drone link augmenter, whatever. Wolf Rayet, you're going to need to switch up your fit a little bit. I'll tell you that in a minute. Just kind of go over the modules. The Gila is kind of what everybody started to use since the Ishtar got buffed. A lot of people have been switching to Ishtar. It's pretty nice. Actually just recently bought fit up an Ishtar for this video because I was going to show you both the fits. Pretty much, just T2 purgers in the rigs. That should be T2 if you can. Nice to have probes on your ship, ever get rolled out, whether it be by your core mates or, hostiles rolling you out, or, you're camped in, like, you get jumped but get out and you're camped in, so you need to have a cloak so you can cloak up, go AFK, come back an hour later, scan yourself out, you're safe. Basically these modules have to be passive. Can't have active modules because you are going to get neuted all the way out. So these are the passive modules. So coincidentally, they're a heck of a lot cheaper. So you can go with the A-type. It's really not that expensive. C-type there, EM, a little bit more expensive. I go with the faction. You could T2 this if you want to. LSEs, 3 of them, must have for your tank. It's all for this passive shield recharge here. The low slots, this is pretty standard for all C5 sites or C5 wormhole class types, except for the Wolf Rayet. You're going to need to switch out one of these DDAs for another shield power relay. So it's nice to have plenty of stuff in your Gila, so you can switch out. So the mobile depot is pretty key to have inside. I'll show you once we get in the site how you're going to get out of the site, because they do point you and they do web you and all that stuff. So modules that are nice to have in your Gila, you can have a tractor unit as well. I think I got one in my Ishtar because the cargo hole's bigger. But extra tank mods, you could rip off a Omni, throw on another LSE. To get out of the site, if you don't feel like using your EC300s, you can pre-drop down that mobile depot and put on a warp core stab. Those are all nice to have. So in a Wolf Rayet, you're going to have to pull that off, throw on another one of those. You should be good to go. It's all the tank. You need to change. If you got crappy skills, shield skills, make sure you don't go by yourself. Make sure you go with somebody else. That way the damage gets split. So I'll switch to my Ishtar to show you that. Pull that up. Alright, so the fit's pretty similar. Since I got the new skill, I got that T2. Got a probe launcher. Ishtar's got a little bit more fitting room, so I put on the medium reps. Those are helpful for whenever your drones take some damage and you want to rep those up. You could put auto cannons here if you wanted to. They might be able to hit. I don't know. People put different stuff there. It's whatever. The fit's pretty similar. You gotta fill the holes in your shield. So explosive and EM. Um, so then you get the 3 LSEs to give you that nice passive tank. 2 shield power relays, 3 drone damage amps. The Ishtar gets that automatic tracking, which is great. You get the Sentry drone optimal range and tracking speed, so you don't need the omnidirectional like you do on the Gila. The thing that's why the Ishtar is more preferred over the Gila is this drone damage, a heavy drone, max velocity and tracking speed. It's going to help you out a lot, killing the frigates. You get some extra, you get that on the Gila. And also this drone control range is also pretty key. It's really nice. Black holes, you know, where you've got less drone control range, that's going to help you out a lot there. So what we have inside of both of the Ishtar and the Gila is the same kind of drones. Pull those up. Basically you got some guards, some Ogre 2s. Can't use Ogre 2s, use Faction. I think on Doom Man I can actually use a Tech 2 Ogre, so this is for my other character. Jam drones in case you don't feel like doing the mobile depot trick with the warp core stab. Like I said, it's got some extra room so you can put the tractor unit, extra probes, whatever. But yeah, so we're going to drop guards on the cruisers, kill the frigates with the ogres. So let's get out into static and get this going.
Is that your Ishtar? Oh, there it is. I couldn't see it on the overview.
Alright, hold on a second. I gotta mute you.
Sound muted.
Alright guys, so I was making my nice little tutorial video, and of course, Dengorn, one of the brand new guys, jacked my site like right as I'm setting up for this video. Yeah, typical Hard Knocks. But so he made the mistake. He's a new guy, doesn't know what he's doing. He made the mistake of warping at 100. There's no reason for that. So the sleepers have ended up aggroing on me. Good idea to tag him. I'm gonna tell him on comms, hey, don't shoot X.
Sound resumed.
Alright, so pretty much,
Oh, the one I'm
can you see the
shooting
tags?
X, bro.
Alright, see that's how we die. Alright, so we're gonna make a new X.
Yeah, can you turn 1 into X?
No, calling 4X.
Yeah. Awesome.
Alright, so don't shoot X.
Oh, I won't.
Alright, it's helpful. You can drop a tractor unit, you can drop a depot, whatever you want to do. These things die pretty quickly to your guards, especially if you got nice skills. You've got alright, so man, that bitch is taking damage. Don't want that. Don't want it to die. Throw you back out, killing him. Alright, so this is where you're gonna warp in. You're gonna warp in at 0. Drop your drones. They're gonna be over there usually, not 100 k's away. Derp around Dengorn. Alright, Dengorn, since the frigates are on you, can you just kill those with ogres?
Yeah, I'm getting my sentries now. I burned a little bit away.
Yeah, alright, yeah. Don't have to move. You can literally sit here. If you want...
This is gonna take fucking ages, I'm wet. Sorry.
Yeah, it's alright, man. So if you want, you could like orbit a drone or something. Maybe, I don't know, transversal, or reduce damage, whatever. You're passive tanked. You're not going to die in any case. Alright, since I'm working with a new guy, it's probably a good idea to go ahead and lock up X. Make sure you don't shoot it. He can't hit it, it's too far away from him, but just make sure X doesn't die. So, pretty easy. The only hard part is not killing X. Good damage on cruiser. Gonna go ahead and lock up these frigates. Make sure we're in range of all of our guards so we can pick those up. Alright. So where a lot of people have a problem, they'll leave their drones out on aggressive, you know, while they're talking or doing whatever, and they'll die. Because they'll kill
I'm just gonna warp in and out rather than
the cruiser.
burning.
Yeah, it's fine, man. I'm picking up my drones. Totally put those into folders. Not going to do it. Alright, drones are in. Dropping ogres. Everybody's all like, heavy drones on frigates. That doesn't make any sense. Well, like we showed you, the on the Ishtar gets that tracking speed to the ogres. They're missing, yeah, but once they get into their nice little orbit, they move as fast as the frigate, and they really tear them up. So, otherwise, if you do this with like warriors or hobgoblins, for one, they're gonna die. The
So do
sleepers
you
are
think
gonna.
it's easier in an Ishtar?
Yep. Uh, just explaining the bonuses help you kill them a little bit faster. Yeah. Alright, so things are dying. Frigates are good. They want to die. You could leave the tractor unit here. So say like if my guy that is going to be cracking these cans is the salvager, you could leave it and then you could pick it up with like your tango or whatever. But your tango is probably going to be warping over to the power field that you bookmarked earlier anyways. So another time that people die, so they leave their ogres out, goes and kills the cruiser. You don't want to do that. So scooping up the tractor unit and warping off. So you're like, alright, well how do I warp off? I'm neuted, webbed, scrammed. Still gonna pick up that. So you got two options. You could either pre-drop a mobile depot, save yourself some time, and refit your warp core stab, or you can just drop EC300s. And of course this guy does not have electronic warfare drone interfacing, because he's a bad. So you can drop the depot, or conveniently, I have an alt placed Falcon, so just gonna jam this guy off. We'll get that depot later. Unimportant. Alright, so gonna go reship. Don't forget to grab your can that your tractor unit drops. Get your elite loots. And reship into a Tanku or a Drake. I'll show you those fits in a second. Alright guys, so we're back in my POS. Since Dincorn invited himself to the video and the thing, we're gonna show him how to scoop cans too. But pretty much you can use a like a passive fit Drake if you don't have if you can't fly a Tanku or a Loki, because I think those are only two that can shield buffer tank it. You can use a Drake. I don't even know how this is fit anymore. So yeah, the big things for the Drake are the lows. You want cargo expanders, and you have to have a warp core stab. If you're going to be hacking something, I'd recommend grabbing these rigs. Forget which one's which. It's like Relic modules. So yeah, you're always going to want the Relic module bonus. So when I originally fit this back when I first joined, I got both. But yeah, you don't want both. You just want both for the Relic module. It's going to give you that extra virus coherence. Then you'll want a analyzer. Let's see if I have one. I don't even know. Yeah. So T2 Relic analyzer. If you can use that, you gotta have archaeology to 5 for that one. It's gonna give you a lot of this coherence and strength, stuff like that. The highs are negotiable. You can do whatever you want with those. Kind of like the tractor beams and salvagers. These aren't going to salvage very great. You could even put on a salvager rig or something. I don't know. But they are usually it'll end up getting it if you get decent salvaging skills. But I don't know why that's faction on a crappy Drake. It's probably more expensive than the ship is. But probe launcher, cloak, mids. You just want some LSEs. Since I don't use this one for air analyzing anymore, I just use it as a scooper. MWDs necessary for moving around to cans, and cargo scanner can scan out and see what's inside the cans. But if you're pro, you got good skills, you got some, good ISK, you can make some ISK. I'd recommend getting a Tengu. I like my fit a lot. It's different than other people's fits. And then they saw the light, and I think a lot of people use my fit now. So the big thing was how to fit the rigs. I think was the big difference between my Tango and other people's. I like the salvage rigs. Really makes these a lot better. If you had T2 salvage, you probably don't need these. Whatever. That Tech 2 Relic is going to help you out on your virus coherence, along with the T2 Relic Analyzer. I guess it's overheated from overheating my MWD. I don't know. Trying to get out. Just a proper tank. That's way overkill, but you'll be fine. Gotta have that warp core stab. That's how you get in and out. If you didn't have a warp core stab, you'd have to bring jams or something. This thing doesn't have drones. Or you could fit a jammer, I don't know, something. But this is just a really good idea. The expanded cargoes are a necessity. So you got a cargo hold of 682. When you're scooping stuff, sometimes, it could be as large as 300. If you got, like, say, 3 erect pieces, you got to have plenty of cargo. It's a good idea to drop a can and keep pulling your cargo out. So the reason why the Tengu is the best for hacking, better than Covops, better than everything else, is the tank, the ability to salvage as you're going, a covert ops cloak. I mean, that's awesome. You can even interdiction nullify it. Somebody lands on you with a saber and bubbles you, don't care, gonna get out. So here I'll show you the. Pull the fit somewhere so you can maybe pause the video if you want to, if you're going to get it from Gila or whatever. So the big thing that gives you more hacking stuff is this subsystem. Increase scan strength probes, don't need that. Gives you the range to the tractor beams, which is nice. My tractor beams are up to 43. I don't know if I have this to 5 or not. No idea. No, I don't. But the roll bonus, which doesn't matter what level you are, is this plus 10 virus strength, which is going to make this great. It's going to give you a lot. This should be everything added in. A virus coherence of 130 really helps you out. Strength of 40, helps you take down those things in the minigame. So I'll show you how to crack a can. I think there's some guides out there in the forums you can more in depth, but I'll just show you how you gotta scoop it, and done with this video because it's probably getting long and it's pretty raw. No script, I'm just freestyling this. So see you back in the site. Alright guys, so we're back in the site. So what it looks like, we warp to our bookmark, the power feed, because it puts us right next to this Talican battleship. Remember when I showed you the scatter cans? Yeah, definitely didn't see this abandoned Talican. That's because it was, cloaked. Anyways, so we've got Sleeper that we have to passive tank, so we've got our modules turned on. We've got plenty of tank. He's not going to kill us. Got some wrecks that we could, go salvage. Those aren't going to be way out there at 100k. That was just Dengorn thinking he had to warp in at 100k. But they're nice on a pile. We've already got some of the blue loot. But yeah, you can use your salvagers and stuff like that. So I've told Dengorn he's got to come over here. Basically, there's guides all over the place on how to do these sites, but typically I just go as fast as I can. You run into one of these guys, you don't want to hit that. You should go around the edge. Gotta kill these. Read the guides. I'm just gonna blast through this. mainly on the scatter mechanic that I want to show you guys. Those you need to kill too. Wrenches are helpful. Keep following the outside. These are debatable whether you want to kill or not. Since we just got a wrench, we're going to kill that guy. Keep going around the edge. Alright, so you've almost made a loop. Gotta kill that. Can't leave that up. Sometimes you shouldn't check those out. Not gonna kill that. Got one of those. Alright. Oh, there we go. Found it. So, this is overkill. Don't have to do it. So, it is prepped. So, we're gonna tell Dengorn what's up. So, I'll minimize this. He's almost to us. So usually these are sideways. I don't know why this is up and down, but basically I'm going to tell him to get bottom, I'll get top, and we'll scoop these things. Alright. Hey, Denicorn, I've got this thing all prepped, so I'm going to pop it. Do you know how to click the cans?
Yeah, I've done it now. Which ones do we go for when you're looking for sleep alert?
Just all of them.
All of them? Alright.
Yep. Alright, so I'm popping it. You get a low, I'll get high. Alright, so click on stuff that, yeah. Alright guys, so pretty much just, you can spam click it. If you spam click it, it's going to make your ship approach it. You'll see that. So I just got a malfunctioning. It's got 100. You want to make sure that you're tractoring. You know, you can spam click to make sure it's going. No container is worth more than another. They're all random. It's a good idea to communicate with your partner. So I could have said, I'm going to get this blinky parts. You get the other scraps, and I'll get the other one. Alright, you're turning.
Oh, I was just about to get the data, sorry.
That's fine, it's fine. Go on the other side. Get all the other blinkies. So we've got the intact. That's really all you came here for. Not going to get that one.
Damn.
Alright, we only missed one. Did you get the erect? Do you have a rectal?
Erectile section, yes.
Yeah, alright, just jet can everything so I can show what's inside of it. Alright guys, so this is what you came here for, the intact. It's not worth near as much as it used to be. This is like hundreds of millions. Pretty much these things are completely worthless. Gonna go see what Dengorn got. There's not gonna be anything better.
Yep.
Than
are you able to, noob, give me a warp in to the high stuff?
Give me a second, Kev. I'm doing a video.
Oh.
Sound muted.
Yeah, sorry, Kev. Can't give you a high-sec warp in right this second.
You left your channel.
Alright, so you're like, noob, I want to know how much I made. Since, you know, there's two people here, we're going to split this loot. A good website. I'll pull it up. And I hope we can do this in the in-game browser since I'm recording there. We'll go to eveappraisal.com. Basically, change your loot into this list rather than icons. Just hit Control-A, Control-C to copy it, paste it in here, hit Submit. This is going to give you the estimated buy and sell. So, this is pretty sad. These things used to be worth a lot more. 78 million's pretty sad for these data sites. That's why I personally don't do them. But I mean, 78 mils a lot to some people. They don't take a lot of time. You know, if you get a nice wormhole chain where you've got, you know, 10 of them or 6 of them to do, that adds up. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. We are warp core stabbed, so we can warp out of here. I'm sure I messed up on a lot of stuff or didn't name something right. Don't freak out. My bad. At least I'm not typing because my typing's terrible. But maybe somebody will, if I missed anything or said anything incorrectly, somebody will correct me in the forum thread. But other than that, I'm gonna maybe do some other videos about marauders or other things to do. The relic sites are identical. Instead of having just that one tallow can that's worth it, you're gonna have like 10 cans that you can do, and yeah, it's worth a lot more. It's just whatever million was pretty sad. But alright guys, talk to you later.